Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Bhadram Karnebhih Shrunuyama Devaah Bhadram Pasyema Akshabhiryajatraah Sthirairangai Tushtuvagum Sastanuhihi Vyasema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swasti na Indro Vruddhasravaah Swasti nah Pusha Vishwavedaah Swasti nastarcchyo arishtanemihi Swasti no bruhaspatir dadatu Om Shanti 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 Om Agne Nayasupataraye Asmahan Vishwani Deva Vayunani Vidwan Yuyodhyasmajjuhuranameno Bhuvishtham te namavuktim vidhema Om Shanti 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 Om Abrahman Brahmano Brahmavarchasi Jayatamārāshtre Rajanyasuraishavyoti Vyadhi Maharatho Jayatam Dogdhrithenuhu Odhanadvana Sussapti Purandhiryosha Jishnurateshta Sabheyo Yuva Asya Yajamanasya Viro Jayatam Nikame Nikamena Parjanyo Varshato Phalavatyo na Oshadhayaha Pachyantam Yogakshemo naha kalpetam Om Shanti 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 Om Apyayantu mamangani Vakpranaschakshuh Shrotramatho balamindriyani cha sarvani Sarvam Brahma Upanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakarotu Anirakaranamastu Anirakaranam Me Astu Tadatmani Nirateya Upanishatsu Dharmaha Te Mayi Santu Te Mayi Santu Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Swasti. So the day dawned for us, the day is concluding to you in Bharat, but this is the time when we have thought of talking about the great Yajurveda, which has got a beautiful long chapter in the history of Vedic wisdom, beginning from Rigveda and further. There are so many Vedic texts which have tried to elaborate the Vedic wisdom, heritage, the customs, the habits, the procedures, and so on. And for all that, the basic is the sacrifice, because yajna, and that yajna, how to do it, is the question. And our Yajurveda will give you all the details how best one can perform the yajnas, because yagnena yagnamaya devaha tani dharmani pradhamanyasan de ha nakam sachante yatra purve sadhye santi purve sadhya devataha santi mahimanaha. So if you want to develop some kind of kinetic energy and prosperity further in our spiritual journey of life, then Vedadhyayana is an important mark, because Vedadhyayi Sadashivaha. So in that Veda, 4 kinds of significations are given to us. If you are a scholar, if you do Rigveda Parayana, you will develop a lot of Vinitattvam, because The entire Rig Veda contains many mantras which are invocation to various gods to come to our yard of worship. Because when you prepare your sacrificial ground or Devata puja, then puja venue, then all gods must come. So they all come to you because of invitations. Devata Ahvana takes place in Rig Veda. Whenever big people are coming, you cannot put your head erect. Vinayam. You have to bow down in respect for them because they have a better honor than you, better power than you, but better mind than you. And also they have the mind that they want to share whatever you want and make you happy. Sutruptaha bhavema, santoshinaha bhavema. That's why, and in Yajurveda, how best you consider the gods as your guests, atithi. So in fact, in our Yajurveda, we have considered, the first Prabhakargaru, we have seen that whoever comes to your yard of sacrifice, they are all your guests, atithihi, atithayaha, deva samanaha. And whether you want or not, Paramatma will visit your house right in the morning. See, prathamo atitihi devaha, prathamo atitihi manushyanam, Satapada Brahmana. Yajurveda tells you that God is your first guest. So we need not feel, oh, nobody has come to our house today. No, the gods come to you, stay with you, and they go back after our puja or honor given to them. That's how it happens. That's why we keep so many vigrahas in our house. So the vigrahas are the rest places. Whenever certain god is invited, they come and occupy their vigraha swarupam. And after puja and all that, tat sadbrahma arpanamastu, they go away. So that is the procedure we have got. And in Yajurveda, we have got, as we noted, there are 108 recensions. And among 108, we are only reached with 6 recensions. The remaining ones we have lost it. So we have been always said, what we lost is more than what you have and what you want to gain too. So whatever available, we should go with it. For a Krishna Yajurveda, we have 4 recensions. And for Shukla Yajurveda, there are 2 recensions. And beyond that, we have references of the mantras here and there because of the grace of the commentators, because they, at their contemporary times, the Samhita recensions probably available, so they made use of them and all that. Anyway, now we come to the context that we are in the Agnishtoma Homa mantras, and we may understand or not understand the Veda mantras, but at least listening to them itself is a benefit for us. So Veda mantra parayana, Veda mantra adhyayana, Veda mantra anusthana, well, these are all the things. So in Mahanyasam, there is that nedishto brahmano bhavati ya evam veda. So nedishtaha means niyamavagi. ಈ ಯಜ್ಞ ನಿಯಮಗಳನ್ನು ಯಾರು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೋ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ನೇದಿಷ್ಠರು, ಕರ್ಮಿಷ್ಠರು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕೀರ್ತಿ. Otherwise also called as Srotriyas. And Srotriyas are several things are there. Srotriyam Brahmanishtham anತಾರೆ. So Srotriya is Brahmanishtha. He is completely devoted to the knowledge of the Brahman. So, yakendre, if at all birth does not make a people born Brahmin, so that Vedadhyayana makes them. So Brahmavit Brahmanaha. So that's why Brahmavit, Brahma andre Veda, Brahma andre mantra, Brahma andre Paramatma. So yaru a spiritual treat ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆದರೂ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತಾರೋ in their own journey of life, whatever span of life. You remember, we have only 10 decades. 10 decades. Sadamanam bhavatu. That manam is only 10 decades. And we all know that decade to decade, there is a decay in us. But we should not much get perplexed with that kind of decay, but we should keep doing what we should keep doing. So with this kind of introduction, we go to this Yajurveda Samhita, Taittiriya Samhita, where there is the Yupa Nirmana and Vruksha Chedana for the purpose of Yupa, and also the prayer for the axe that will take out the part of the body of the tree for a definite spiritual purpose. So you know that Yajurveda is highly a sentimental work, because anything you do it, you must have regard for that. Anything you use it. That's why the emotions, sentiments ಎಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಯಜುರ್ವೇದದಲ್ಲಿ. So ಯಜುರ್ವೇದ ಪುರುಷ ಅಂದ್ರೆ known for the sentimental value and the value of the objects that you consider for use in any context of sacrifice or any context of utility. ಸೊ ಯುಟಿಲಿಟಿ ರೂಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ, ಸೊ ಯುಟಿಲಿಟಿಗೆ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಬೇಕಾದಷ್ಟು ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. Nowadays we have got all machines. Anyway, now I am going to go with this Yajurveda, first Kanda, third Prapataka, and fourth Kandika, and the parts in that. So we have covered up to this, then we are up to the 1341, where you went on talking about the prayer to Soma, Agni, and Vishnu. These people are done. So we have made a prayer to Vishnu. The most exalted and distinguished feat of Vishnu is covering the entire world, pervasiveness. So he is all pervasive person. That's why we call it as Viru Vikramaswa Uruchayaya Nakrudi. If at all we want to have land, ನಮ್ಮ BD ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಸೈಟ್ ಅಲಾಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಭೂವರಾಹ ಸ್ವಾಮಿಯನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಭೂ ಸೂಕ್ತವನ್ನು ಪಾರಾಯಣ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆ ಭೂ ಅನುಗ್ರಹ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದಿ ಅಲಾಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವರಾಹ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ, ಹಿ ಲಿಫ್ಟೆಡ್ ದ Mahavishnu as Varahamurti, protected the earth and made earth as the seat for all beings to take their seat upon them. And as Bhagavata tells you that when Manu was creating, empowered by Brahmadeva, suddenly he found no place to place the created. Then he went to Brahma and Manu, they go to Vishnu, and Vishnu becomes Varaha Avatara and try to Varaha and try to get back that earth globe, giving a vigorous fight for the Hiranyaksha and killing him. Anyway, so that's why that is one of the most exalted feats of that. Therefore, Guru Vishnu Vikramasva, the first prayer for Vishnu is, you must be a all-pervasive God, individual. You do the pervasive one, and you occupy. That's why even Vishnu Sahasranama also begins, as you see, Vishwam Vishnuhu. There is no corner in the entire universe where there is no presence of Vishnu felt. That's why Guru Vishnu Vikramasva Yakappa. You have to always specify the purpose for which you make prayer to respective gods. Another, submission of prayer, also submission of the desire, they go hand in hand. ನೀವು ಡಿಸೈರ್ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಬರೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ದೇವರು ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕಪ್ಪ ಇವನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಯು ಸಿ ಇನ್ ನಮಕಂ. ಇನ್ ದಿ ನಮಕಾಧ್ಯಾಯ, ರುದ್ರಾಧ್ಯಾಯ, you keep on using or making namaskar to Rudra, Namaha, Namo Namaha, Namaste, etc. More than 188 times. you utter Namaha, 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 Namaha. And for the Rudra Rupas going for more than 300 and all that. So here Vishnu is not like that, he is always. Yakendre Chaya Ayana Kradhe. So Chaya is the residence, layout, the place to live in. ಸೊ ನಮಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಭೂಮಿ ಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಭೂಮಿಯ ಮೇಲೇನೆ ನಾವು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು, ಭೂಮಿಯ ಮೇಲೆ ಬದುಕೋದು, ಭೂಮಿಯಿಂದ ಬರೋ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ಸು ಅದನ್ನು ಅನುಭವಿಸ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಭೂಮಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಭೂಮಿ ಈಸ್ ಬಿ ಆಲ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ ಪೀಪಲ್. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಇನ್ ಸೌಂದರ್ಯ ಲಹರಿ ವಿ ಮೇಕ್ ಎ ಪ್ರೇಯರ್ ಟು ಅಮ್ಮ ಬೈ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ಭೂಮೌ ಸ್ಖಲಿತ ಪಾದಾನಾಂ ಭೂಮಿರೇವಾವಲಂಬನಂ ತ್ರೈಜಯತಾಪರಾಧಾನಾಂ ತ್ವಮೇವ ಶರಣಂ ಶಿವೇ. ನೋಡಿದಿರಾ? ಸೊ ಅಮ್ಮ, we only slip on the ground, but when we slip we don't get hurt much because ground is our support, ground is our that. Hange Ammavaru is the Bhudevi, she will protect us. And again, Ghrutam Ghrutayone Piba. We are all instructing the gods and in a very imperative manner so that you and gods become friendly and they really oblige each other. What God says we have obliged and what we say they oblige. So there is a beautiful obligation between God and the man, God and the devotee. So you say, Ghrutayone, O Agni, you live upon ghee and you are originating in the ghee and ghee is be all and end all for you. Therefore, he says that Ghrutayone Piba. And ನೀನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕುಡಿದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊಟ್ಟೋಗೋದಲ್ಲ. It is like you are really great and having drunk that, you please protect the Yajamana. Yajna Yajnam Gaccha Swaha, Yajamanam Gaccha Swaha, Mam Gaccha Swaha. Like that we make a prayer at the end. That is, the Yajna Phala or Yajna Devatas must get back to their respective places. One, also try to give all gifts and booty for the Yajamana. With purpose, he started inviting and doing puja and Yagnapati, that is the Yajamana, who is the Lord. Yagnapati also means Vishnu, because in Vishnu Sahasranama, our Vyasa Bhagavan tells you, so Yajva, Yagnango, Yagnapatihi, Yagnapatihi, Yajva, Yagnango, Yagnavahana, Yajna Bhrutu, Yajna Krutu. Like that we have everything attributed to Vishnu. And moreover, though it is a king performing the sacrifice, the Raja, the Kshatra, but nobody can become a king, a ruler, unless there is the approval countersignature by Vishnu. So it is said, Na Vishnu Prithvipatihi. Vishnu Prithvipati ಆಗೋದಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾನ್ ಋಷಿ ಕುರುತೆ ಕಾವ್ಯಂ. Unless one is a Rishi like a Rishi, he will not be able to make a literary composition of long-standing order. And again we turn to the Somo Jigati Gatuvitu. Soma is a Gatuvitu and Agni is Ghrutayoni. Vishnu is a Uruvikramaha. So these are all the prominent characteristics or achievements of each of the god, because each god has got their biodata, his biodata running long. But you cannot enumerate all of that at a very hurly-burly, at a very emergency context. Therefore, you have only one compliment for the God. As you see in that, we say that Vishwaveda Pushan ke Vishwaveda anta. And Twastra Rishtanemihi Garuda is having the uncorroded axle. The axle keeps him trim and makes him move places without any complaint. Like that, here also we have got Gatu with Somaha Jigati. Idalladmele, now we have got to do 1, 3, 4, 2 of Taittiriya Samhita. And now I'm reading the 1, 3, 4, 2. Om Devanameti Nishkrutam Rutasya Yonimasadam Nishkrutam Rutasya Yonimasadam Adityaha Sadosi Adityaha Sadasida Yeshavo Devas Savitas Somaha Tagum Rakshadvam Mavo Dabhadetato Tvagum Soma Devo Devanupaga Idamaham Manushyo Manushyan Saha Prajaya Saharayas Poshena Namo Devebhyasvadha Pitrubhyaha Idamaham Nirvarunasya Pasat Suvaremi Suvarabhi Om. So, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಯಜ್ಞ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಯಜ್ಞ ಮಂತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಯಜ್ಞ ಫಲ ಕೂಡ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ 2 in 1 ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಯಜ್ಞ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ಏನು ಬೇಕು, ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ tags are being answered here. And see, for example, she says that Devanam eti nishkrutam amrutasya yonimasadam. So devataಗಳಿಗೆ ತೃಪ್ತಿ ಆಗತ್ತೆ, nishkruti satisfaction. So they will get really satiated with my offerings, with my puja and procedures. Then what should I get? I must get myself a placement in the Amruta. Amruta is the nectar, and that is the most important goal for all people. Amrutasya putraha Amruta bhavema anta prarthana ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Amruta bhavema andre there is no chance to die and also to take birth. So Amaraha, that's why Amarasimha in Ghantu Amara Kosha says Amara, first name he gives to gods of Darya Shabda is Amara Nirjara Deva. So Amaraha Nirjaraha Devaha. So Dipyamana Subhavaha. So that's why you see Adityaha Sadosi. See, Aditi is the mother to all gods. In that list, Vishnu also is a mother. Vishnu also is son for Aditi. So Aditeha Putraha, Adityaha, Aditeha Putraha, Daityaha. So though they are cousins, but they develop a lot of enmity and greed for the power. That's exactly a replica of that you find in the Mahabharata, Kauravas and Pandavas. And therefore, we always come across in our life too, these two sets of people, opposition party and ruling party. So, like that, here, but mother is Aditi Devi, and therefore it is requested Adityaha Sada Sida, O Soma, O Devatagale, ellaru kuda Thai atra hogi, because Aditi is the mother and everybody wants to go to mother and seek blessings from that. Therefore, we do see that Aditi, and even in the Apoishta Mayobhava mantra, you observe Usatiriva Matara Tasma Arangamamavo Yasya Shayaya Jinvatha. ಆ ಲೈನ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗಾಯತ್ರಿ 3 ಗಾಯತ್ರಿ ಮಂತ್ರಗಳು ಋಗ್ವೇದದಲ್ಲಿ, and all the 3 Gayatri mantras are clubbed together and we are using it for Pavitrikarana, in Sandhya Vandana, and or in purifying the water which you invite into the Kalasha, all these things, this mantra is very powerful. So how is that? Usati riva mataraha. Amma, if not, the child goes to the mother goes to the child always. That is in everybody's experience. See, mother's problem is to feed the baby, but the baby's intention is to skip the eating. Therefore, there is always the run, as we are saying. So here it is said, Amma, ಓ ದೇವತೆಗಳೇ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೋಗಿ ಆ ತಾಯಿಯ ಲ್ಯಾಪಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. And again, now our attention turns to Savitru Devata. And so what is he do? What is Savitru Devata? You know that there are 12 Adityas. The Aditya Devata divided himself into 12 forms. And again, the Surya Bhagavan, the Suryatva of that, he also divided into 8 forms. These forms you are able to get from Aruna Prashna, from Mahasauram and other Surya Suktas. That's why right in the morning, you see, Ujjantam Bhaskaram Drishtva Namaskurya Sudhi. When Bhaskara is rising up with all splendor of radiance and brilliance and heat, thermal power, etc., you have to just bow down to him. Namaskara Priyo Surya. And among the Surya Shakti, one Shakti is called as Savitru Shakti. So Savitru Shakti is Gayatri. What is that Gayatri? That is quite powerful enough as to make your intelligence be guided. Dhiyo yo na prachodayat. ಆ ಸವಿತೃ ದೇವತೆಯನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸವಿತಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಂಪೆಲ್ಲರ್, ಸವಿತಾ ಪ್ರಸವಿತಾ ಭವತಿ. ಆ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಭಗವಾನ್ will impel you into action, into prosperity. So that impulsion Shakti is there in Savita, therefore he is a Lord. So Deva Savitaha. And again, Somaha, Deva Somaha. Even Soma and Savita, they are also very important gods among gods. And ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ತಗುಂ ರಕ್ಷಧ್ವಂ ಮಾ ಓ ದಭತು ಏತತು ದಭಾತು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಸೆಕ್ಯೂರಿಟಿ, ಸೇಫ್ಟಿ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಅದರಿಂದಲೇ ನಾವು ದಿನ ನಮ್ಮ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಪ್ರೇಯರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಯೋಗ ಕ್ಷೇಮೋನಃ ಕಲ್ಪೇತಾಂ ಅಂತ ರೆಡ್ ಇಂಕಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. With all prayers that we are doing, what is that we want to be benefited with? Andre yoga, that is plus. Kshema is protecting. So yoga ಕ್ಷೇಮವಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಕ್ಷೇಮವು ಯೋಗ ಕ್ಷೇಮಕ್ಕೆ ಯೋಗ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಯೋಗ ಕ್ಷೇಮ. ಅದರಿಂದ ದಭ ಅಂದರೆ ಹಿಂಸೆ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸೊ ಮಾ ವಹ dabhato etato. So no kind of giving any kind of trouble to what I have accepted here and that in the context of sacrifice. So Deva Savitaha, Deva Somaha, Ratshadvam Yajamanam. So the sacrificer has got to be protected. Then no kind of trouble or intermission be given when the Yajamana is pursuing the sacrifice, because yagna vignakaraha santi bhavaha. It is said, ನೀವು ಏನೋ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ವಿಘ್ನ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಜನ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಬರದೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಯಜ್ಞ ಸುಸೂತ್ರವಾಗಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಪೂರ್ಣಾಹುತಿಗೆ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿರುವ ಡಿಸ್ಟರ್ಬೆನ್ಸು, ಹಿಂಡ್ರೆನ್ಸು ಬರಬಾರ್ದು. ಅದರಿಂದ ಡೂ ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ತ್ವಗುಂ ಸೋಮದೇವೋ ದೇವಾನುಪಾಗಾಹ. ಸಿ ಇನ್ ಯಜುರ್ವೇದ, in Soma sacrifice, it is said by the Ritviks there is always distinction between Soma Raja and Prithvi Raja, a mortal and immortal. Soma is immortal and Prithvi Raja is mortal. Therefore, there is a saying in that, Somo asmakam brahmananam raja yeshavo ami asmakam raja ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದರೆ for all people in general, the governor is the king seated on the throne. And for all Brahmins, the governor is the Somadeva. Anta, they are given some kind of mark of distinction between Soma, who is the Raja, Soma Raja, and also the Prithvi Raja. That's why you see the mantra, Twagum Somadevo Deva Nupaga Aya Somadeva, ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಪೂಜೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನೀನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿರುವ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಗಿರುವ ದೇವತೆಗಳ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟೋಗಿ ಯು ಗೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ದಿ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಗಾಡ್ಸ್. ನಾನು ಯಾರು? ಅಹಂ ಮನುಷ್ಯ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಎ ಮನುಷ್ಯ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಎ ಥಿಂಕರ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಎ ಮ್ಯಾನ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಎ ಮಾರ್ಟಲ್, ಅಂಡ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ದಿ ಡಿಸೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮನು. It is said Manu is the first person who has been blessed to create. And on the other hand, Yama is the first person who died upon the earth, but he felt the problem of the people who are born on the land. He created a land and layout and then a loka. Therefore, everybody whoever dies here must go and say salute Yamadharmaraja. And Yama will give postings to all people. That is what is the order as we understand from Upanishad. Yamayeti Raja Yasmin Asya. So in mantras themselves will tell you Yama is a Raja, Yamaraja, Sri Maharaja. If a father is a Yama, Yama is a Raja and Shani also Raja, and both are the children of Surya Bhagavan. Anyway, so here Akshadvam and Idamaham Manushyo Manushyan Saha. Bari Manushiro andre upavella Rajaya Saha. So you have got a group formation. And Rayas Poshena. Raya is wealth, earning. Posha is the food for existence. And other than that, Devatagalike Namaskara, Pitru Devatagalike Swada, and ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ದೇವತೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಪಿತೃದೇವತೆಗಳಿಗೆ ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ, ವರುಣಸ್ಯ ಪಾಶಾತ್ ಅಹಂ ನಿಶೇಷೇಣ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ ವರುಣ ಪಾಶದಿಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ ಆವಾಗ ಸ್ವರ್ಗಲೋಕಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಸುವಹ ಅಭಿ. ಸೊ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ ಟು ದಿ ಸ್ವರ್ಗಲೋಕ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಡಿವೈನ್ಡ್. ವೈ ಶುಡ್ ಯು ಡೂ ಯಜ್ಞ ಅಂದರೆ ಸ್ವರ್ಗ ಕಾಮೋ ಯಜೇತ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ವರ್ಗ ಬೇಕು, ವೇರ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಹಾರ್ಮೋನಿಯಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ವೇರ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸಸ್, ಬಟ್ ವೇರ್ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ. ಆ ಈಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಇರೋ ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ವಿ ಸೇ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿಬರ್ಟಿ, ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಫ್ ಈಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. In America, in New York, we got the Statue of Liberty and holding the candle of fire. So that's why you observe that. Now I'm going to read that 1, 3, 4, 3. Vikyesham Vaishva Naram Jyoti Agne Vratapate Tvam Vratanam Vratapatirase या ममतनुः त्वय्यभूत् यगुं सामयी या तव तनोर्ः भूः येषा सा त्वयि यथा यथं नौ प्रतपते व्रतिनो व्रतानि व्रतनोर्व्रतानि. This is a kind of arrangement between Agni and yourself or Yajamana, because you cannot perform a very powerful event like yajna performance. So yajna madavaga, you should have a protection. And for that purpose, you have to borrow the body of Agni. And that borrowal mantra is seen here, asking Aya Mahanubhava Rudra Agni, you please lend your body for me temporarily, and so that I would be able to perform a difficult sacrifice, a puja to you, and you are Vratapati. May I also become a Pratapati or Vratinaha, performers of the Yajna, so that there will be a communication and communion between you and I. So this is a wonderful culture which you get from our Yajurveda, because we all should know that culture is the important communication or import which all our Veda mantras give you. That's why we have got separate studies made on Vedic culture, Vedic wisdom, and Vedic messages, etc. All that is being studied separately because it is a cultural palace, a palace where you can grab a lot of cultural things and your habits, because Sila and Vrutta are important for our life. If we see, if money is lost, it is said, if money is lost, nothing is lost. And if your health is lost, not much lost. But your character is lost, everything lost. And the English ಅವರು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಾವರ್ಬ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, because character is one which is a long drawn wealth in a man. So character ಗೋಸ್ಕರ. So here, yatha yatham now, and now I am reading the 135th one, first one. We go into a different section after Vaiswadeva mantras, then and also trying to respect the tree from which we are going to take a branch, which branch we sanctified and worship and implant in the earth, and to which we are going to tie the yajna pashu and further formulations. And all this is the sentimental procedures. Now I am reading this. Om Atyanyanagam Nanyanupagam Arvaktva Parairavidam Parovaraihi Tam Tva Jushe Vaishnavam Devayajyayai Vaishnavam Devayajyayai Devastva Savita Madhvanaktu Oshadhe Trayasva Enam Swadhite Mainagum Himsihi Divam Agrena Malekhihi Antariksham Madhyat Na Madhyena Mahigumsihi Prithivya Sambhava Vanaspate Shatavalso Viroha Sahasravalsha Vivayagum Rehema Yam Tvayagum Swadhitihi Titichanaha Praninaya Mahate Saubhagaya Bhogaga Achin Arayaha Suviraha Pruthivyai Tva Antarikshayatva Divetva Sundhantam Lokaha Pitrushadanaha Yavosi Yavayasmadvesho Yavayarati Pitrunagum Sadanamasi Swaveshosyagrega Netrunam Vanaspatihi Adhitva Stasyati Tasya Vittatu Devastva Savita Madhvanaktu Swapipalabhyastoshadhibhyaha Uddivagum Stabhamanam Antariksham Pruna Pruthivi Duparena Drugumha Te Dhamanyusmasi. So I had just covered the Kandikas, where there is the Upasthapana and Vriksha Chedana and Vriksha Shakha Chedana, and everything is sentimental, everything is religious. So now you make a prayer for the tree, you make a prayer for the axe, you make the prayer for the branch that is brought out, and so on. This is exactly Yajurvedic spirit. As I have been telling, as we have been seeing, that Yajurveda is not ruthless. It has got a great deal of compassion, daya involved in that. Now, you see, you tell the tree, Ati anya anyanagam nanyanupagamam arvaktva parairavidam parovaraihi. So, ati anyan agam, anyan atinagam, nanyan upagam, arvaktva parai avidam parovaraihi. So it is the addressal for the tree that I am giving concentrated look at you only. And and you are informing the tree, Vriksham, that why at all you are separating a branch from its body. Therefore, the mantra tells you, Tam tva jushe Vaishnavam Devayajyayai. Look at it. So, Nanu personal benefit goskara, I am not doing it. Devayajyayai. Yajya is the yajna. Devayajna andre Parameswara Nipratikosra Madhiri. And you know, in Bhagavad Gita, our Krishna talks about Panchamahayagnaha. ಆ ಪಂಚಮಹಾಯಜ್ಞಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ದೇವಯಜ್ಞ ಟಾಪ್ಸ್ ದಿ ರ್ಯಾಂಕ್. ಹಂಗೆ ಐ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಗೋ ಟು ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತಾ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರೇಯರ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ದೇವಯಜ್ಞಾಯೈ ತ್ವಾಂ ಜುಷೇಯಮ್ಮ. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್, ಐ ಅಪ್ರೋಚಿಂಗ್ ಯು just for the purpose of performing the yajna to please the gods. And in turn, Savitru Devata, who is the impeller, he will try to give you uninterrupted prosperity and growth. So, Savita Devaha Tva Madhvanattu. So, Savitru Devata will not harm you, rather he keeps you living, he keeps you growing and all that. So, that's why Surya Bhagavan is a very important person, not only for human beings, for the entire Prakriti, for the entire Vikruti, and for the entire gods. So all people, Devata, ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇದನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ವಾಲ್ಮೀಕಿ ಮಹರ್ಷಿಗಳು ಆದಿತ್ಯ ಹೃದಯದಲ್ಲಿ ವೇದ ಸಾರವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ವೇದ ಸಾರವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ in this particular thing. Therefore, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಋಷಿಗಳು, ಮುನಿಗಳು, ಸ್ವಾಮಿಗಳು, ಗುರುಗಳು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನಾದರೂ ತೊಂದರೆಗಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆದಿತ್ಯ ಹೃದಯ ಪಾರಾಯಣ ಮಾಡಿ, ಅದು ಭಾನುವಾರ ಮಾಡಿ, ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆನೆ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ Ohio Columbus, there were a group of people, they used to meet a few number of people, and they used to recite, they used to meet Aditya, to recite Aditya Hridayam for 11 times. And afterwards, they used to do Sahasranamam and all that. So once upon a time, I had a chance to be a participant in that particular group where I spoke about the importance of Aditya Hridayam too. So that is why it is so important, just because Surya Bhagavan makes any and everything sweet. He has got that kind of power and compassion to make everything sweet. That's exactly what we see. Madhuvata rutayate madhuksharanti sindhavaha madhvihi santoshadhihi madhunakta mutoshasi madhu matparthivagum rajaha. ಈ ಮಂತ್ರ ನಾವು ದಿನಾ ಪೂಜಾ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ, ಜೇನುತುಪ್ಪ ಅಭಿಷೇಕ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ, ಅಥವಾ ನೀರು ಇನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್, ನಾವು ಮಧುವಾತಾರುತಾಯತೆ, ವಾತ ಮಧುರುತಾಯತೆ. The winds make the seasons grow very sweet. So in this manner, we have the Savitru Devata making the trees to be anointed. See, anaktu means to get anoint. The anointment with madhu. That means the trees are madhu, 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 madhu. And again, say madhvir gavo bhavantunaha. And oshadhis madhvi. And gavaha madhvi. So the entire universe will turn into madhu. Therefore, madhvanaktu. ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಬೇಕದು? ಸೂರ್ಯ ಭಗವಾನ್. ಯೇಷದೇ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರನೇ ಅವರು ವಾಲ್ಮೀಕಿ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ರಶ್ಮಿಮಂತಂ ಸಮುಜ್ಜಂತಂ ದೇವಾಸುರ ನಮಸ್ಕೃತಂ ಪೂಜಯಸ್ವ ವಿವಸ್ವಂತಂ ಭಾಸ್ಕರಂ ಭುವನೇಶ್ವರಂ ಅಂತ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಶ್ರೀರಾಮನಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟೋ ಉಪದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ದಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಮಂತ್ರ ವಿತ್ ವಿಚ್ ಹಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ರಶ್ಮಿಮಂತಂ ಸಮುಜ್ಜಂತಂ ಅಂತ ಈ ಮಂತ್ರ ಹೇಳಿ, ಈ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಭಗವಾನು ರಶ್ಮಿಗಳಿಂದ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. ರಶ್ಮಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಿರಣಗಳು. ಆ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕಿರಣ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಜ್ಞಾನ, ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕಿರಣ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಋಷಿ, ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬ ಋಷಿ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ದೇರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಈ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಕಿರಣಗಳು ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಹೀಲಿಂಗ್. And I don't want to talk about the rays of the sun. They're on the Savitru Devata in particular, but his chief function is anaktu madhva anaktu. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಗಿಡಕ್ಕೆ ಕೋಪ ಬರ್ಬೋದಲ್ವಾ? ನೀವು ಬ್ರಾಂಚ್ ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ there is a chance for the tree to grow angry on you. No. So again you make a prayer for the tree by saying Oshadhe Trayasva Enam. Yeah, Yajamana, representing Yajamana, he is trying to come to you, Jusati, and he is trying to branch out one branch from you. So please protect him, don't grow angry upon him, be compassionate, and you grow. Alud Yajamana also grow well with regard to by performing the yajna, and a chip from you is being taken out. So chip andrenu a portion. You have computer chips and also Veda chips. Every chip is important also. You can't take whole. And then next mantra you observe Swadhite Mainagum Himsihi. Even the Swadhiti, the axe, also is a divine thing. And so you make a prayer for the axe, saying that, oh, you don't harm and the tree much, but you try to protect it also. Because, the trees grow better when they are cut, shaved. And therefore, even for our hair also, if we want our hair to grow well, one goes to hair cutting salon. So that is Keshakartana, Vruksha Shakakartana. They are not harming things, but rather they are all beneficial ones, ceremoniously done for the betterment. That's what we understand from Yajurveda. So, ಈ ಸ್ವಜಿತೆ ಮೈನಗುಂ ಹಿಂಸಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಮಂತ್ರವನ್ನು ಇನ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಶೇವಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋವಾಗ ಇದು ಸ್ವಜಿತಿ ಅಂದರೆ ರೇಸರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. Even we have to make namaskara for the razor before you put it to use. Otherwise, it will not cause any cuts or anything that your blood comes out. Therefore, if a razor himsa makes, the razor makes himsa to you, you are not at all happy. Therefore, you say, you make a prayer. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದೇನೆಂದರೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಯಜುರ್ವೇದ ಸೀಕ್ರೆಟ್ ಏನಂದರೆ, ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಯಾರು ಹಾರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಪ್ರೇಯರ್. ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡಿದ್ರ, Krishna did not become angry upon Arjuna for his behavior. But he was very compassionate and kind. And moreover, he was ready to put him back on the track. When Arjuna said, Sishyasteham Shadhimam Prapannam, Bhagavan Krishna, Sakha Krishna, I am your friend, I am your devotee, I am your student. You are free to rule me as and how. Because there are only three people who have authority over the person. One, father and mother. Two, the guru. Three, the barber. So they are very much important in life to people. Therefore, you see, it is said that Swajite Mainagum Himsihi. And Admele, what is the next fate or prosperity of the tree? It is Divamagrenamalekihi Antariksham Madhyena Magum Mahim Gumsihi. So it's again a prayer for the tree. Aya, let not your growth be so bumper, great. You try to harm the sky, you try to harm the mid-air, and you try to harm the earth. ಸೊ ಈ ಪೃಥ್ವಿ ಆಪ್ ತೇಜೋ ವಾಯುರಾಕಾಶಗಳನ್ನು ಈ ವೃಕ್ಷಗಳು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿರುವ ತೊಂದರೆಗಳು ಮಾಡಬಾರದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಿ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎ ಟ್ರೀ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ ಈಸ್ ಇಮ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್, ಮೋರ್ ಸೋ ಇನ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ದೇವತಾ ವೃಕ್ಷಾಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಶಾಲ್ಮಲಿ ಟ್ರೀ and Aswatha Vriksha, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಕೂಡ there are long standing trees and long grows. I mean, they grow, they occupy a lot of space, they occupy a lot of heights, they occupy a lot of ground also. So you know that, for example, they say that Vidura Aswatham near Hindupur in Andhra Pradesh or in Karnataka, you see that 1,000 Vidura planted that Aswatha Vriksha, and that underneath there are so many Naga Pratishtas, and it's a divine tree. Therefore, nobody would axe that Aswatha Vriksha at all. Therefore, on the other hand, the tree itself is a Devata, Vriksha Devata, and is asked to not to give any kind of hindrance to the atmosphere. So the atmosphere is because of the trees also. In our high school studies, in social studies, we talk about we are given the lesson, the advantages of the trees to mankind or to the nature. ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಯಜುರ್ವೇದದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಪಾಠ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ ನೋಡಿ. So the advantage is that a tree will not harm the atmosphere. Rather, it will promote the atmosphere. It will make the rains come to us and all that. Therefore, Divam Malekhihi, Antariksham Mahimsihi. And who are you, sir? Prithivya Sambhava. Only because of the earth where you are rooted, take whatever food that you have got to, you can get it from the earth and you grow. And again, Vanaspate Shatavalso Viroha Aya Vrikshadevata Vanaspati. No, in November issue of Vedanada Sarit, I try to give you the meaning of the words Vanaspati, Vriksha, Gulma, Lata, etc. They're all connected to the Vriksha Ayurveda. And ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಮಧುವಾತ ಯಾ ಫಲ ನೀರ್ಯ ಅಫಲ ಅಪುಷ್ಪ ಯಾಶ್ಚ ಪುಷ್ಪಿಣಿ. All these plants and herbs and everything is being supported and nurtured and governed by Brihaspati. ಬೃಹಸ್ಪತಿ ಪ್ರಸೂತಾಹ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ವೇದ ಋಷಿಗಳು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣ ಯಾರು ಅಂದರೆ ಬೃಹಸ್ಪತಿ. ಸೊ ವನಸ್ಪತಿ ಶತವಲ್ಸಹ ವಿರೋಹ, ರೋಹ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ, ವಿರೋಹ ರಿಚ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರೋ, ಅಂಡ್ ಶತವಲ್ಸಹ ಅಂದರೆ ವಿತ್ hundreds and hundreds of branches. In fact, Bana Bhatta in Kadambari talks about describes a Salmali Vriksha. It's really a standard example for you. If at all you are having some access, you can go to the Salmali Vriksha description. And Mahan Salmali Taruhu anta ಕೊನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಪಂಪಾ ಲೇಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ವರ್ಣನೆ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಪಂಪಾ ಸರಸ್ಸು ಕೂಡ ವರ್ಣನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ದಿ ವಾಟರ್ and trees, they are the two important stretchable items upon the earth which are beneficial for the mankind for living and prosperity. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ we make a prayer, vanaspate shatavalso viroha, and if you grow in 100-fold with your grace, may we grow prosperous 1,000-fold. That is our expectation. If the teacher talks for 20 minutes, you should talk for 1 hour. That's what the teacher expectation. My professor used to say, I speak for 22 minutes, you speak for 20 minutes. ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಪಾಠ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು, ಅಲಂಕಾರ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರ ಕೆ ಕೃಷ್ಣಮೂರ್ತಿ. ಐ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಹಿಮ್, ಎ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಗುರು. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಯಜುರ್ವೇದ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ, ದೇವರಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ, ನಮಗೆ ಅನಂತ. ಸೊ ದೇವರು ಕೊಡೋದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆಹಾರ, ನೈವೇದ್ಯ, ನಿವೇದನ, ಬಟ್ ದೇವರು ನಮಗೆ ಅನಂತವಾಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅನಂತ ವಿಭವ ಅಪರ್ಯಾಪ್ತಾಯ ಅನಂತಾಯ, ನಮಗೊಂದು ಮಂಗಳಾರತಿ ಮಂತ್ರ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಅನಂತ ಅಪರ್ಯಾಪ್ತಾಯ ಅಂತ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಗಾಡ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟರ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆರ್ even in the Aghamarshana Sukta in Mahanarayana Upanishad, you have got the same thing. Sahasra Paramadevi Shatamula Shatankura Sarvagum Haratu Me Papam Durvadu Swapnanasani. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಓದಬೇಕಪ್ಪ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಅನುಗ್ರಹ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ವಿಷಯ ಅಂದರೆ ಕಾಂಡಾತ್ ಪ್ರರೋಹಂತಿ ಪರುಷ ಪರಿ ಏವಾನೋ ದೂರ್ವೇ ಪ್ರತನೋ ಸಹಸ್ರೇಣ ಶತೇನ ಚ ಯಾ ಶತೇನ ಪ್ರತನೋಷಿ ಸಹಸ್ರೇಣ ವಿರೋಹಸಿ ತಸ್ಯಾಸ್ತೆ ದೇವಿ ಇಷ್ಟಕೆ ಹವಿಷಾ ವಿಧೇಮ ಅಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಶ್ವಕ್ರಾಂತೆ ಅಂತ ಮಂತ್ರ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಅಘಮರ್ಷಣ ಸೂಕ್ತ ಕೂಡ ನೋಡಿ, ವೇರ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ಹೌ ದಿ ವಿಶ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಋಷಿ ಗೋಸ್ in respect of the trees. Because ಋಷಿ ಆಶ್ರಮಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಗಿಡಗಳಿರೋ ರೀತಿಯ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಆಲ್ ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್, ರಿಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಟ್ರೀಸ್. ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ ಜಂಗಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಸಲ್ ಜಂಗಲ್, ಟ್ರೀ ಜಂಗಲ್ ಬೇರೆ, ಕಾಂಕ್ರೀಟ್ ಜಂಗಲ್ ಬೇರೆ. ಸಿವಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್. ಎನಿವೆ, ಹಿಯರ್ ವನಸ್ಪತೆ ಶತವಲ್ಸೋ ವಿರೋಹ. ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, ಅಲ್ಟಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ ದಿ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಈಸ್ 1352 says ತ್ವಾಯಗುಂ ಸ್ವಧಿತಿಃ ತೇತಿ ಜಾನಃ ಪ್ರಣೀನಾಯ ಮಹತೆ ಸೌಭಗಾಯ ಅಚ್ಛಿನತ್ ನಾರಾಯ ಸುವೀರಃ. So the conclusion is that the swadhiti will give you prosperity, the tree will give you prosperity, and all that prosperity is positive rich. Saubhaga. Durbhaga is black money, Saubhaga is white money. So you have always freedom to use white money, but black money ಅಂದರೆ ಭಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಕೆಲವರೆಲ್ಲ, ಈ ವೆಂಕಟರಮಣ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ ಹುಂಡಿ ತಿರುಪತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಾಟ್ ಪವರ್ to make the black money into white money. Anyway, with this kind of section today, I think we stop our Yajurveda session. Where up to, we have come to the stage of approaching the tree and making the tree prarthana, vriksha prarthana, and making prarthana for the axe with which you are trying to separate, and what should happen after this and all that. So it's a beautiful cultural slot that you have got in the Yajurveda Agnishtoma Yajna, because you normally, our behavior must be Atmechanaya Paropakaraya Cha. As Mahidhara, the commentator of Yajurveda, gives us the clue that why at all you are approaching, why at all you are using things, why at all you are performing sacrifice, why are you trying to interpret our Veda mantras or mantras in general. Yakandre Atmekshana or Nijetkshanaya and Paropakaraya. So this is what is the target that we are all going through in these sessions. Thank you very much. We will continue next from the other what happens afterwards. The mantras will reveal to us the procedural excellence. We go through it. Om Swasti. Sahana Vavatu. Sahanau Bhunaktu. Sahaviryangkaravavahai. Tejasvinavadhitamastu. Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sarvam Sri Krishnarpanamastu. Sri Veda Purusha Asirvadostu. Sarvam Sri Matracharana Aravindarpanamastu. Om Tat Sat. Thank you very much.